let's talk about Tobias Harris there, Roy.
Ooh, okay.
Shall we do that? Let's talk about Tobias Harris. Because there's been a lot of chatter, of course, of should he be in the starting lineup? Should his minutes be cut short? You saw where in the play-in game against Miami, he wasn't in the closing lineup.
No.
He was on the bench. Tonight, he was on the bench somewhere in that final 5 minutes. Then you look up, he's back in the game.
Back in the game, folks.
He finished 3 for 7. He had his first 3 early on where we were like, okay, that's a great sign. But like Derek Bodner always likes to say, all right, he makes the first one. Let's see what he does with the next one. He misses it. If he misses it badly, it'll start to sink into his mind. It becomes a thing that keeps him from shooting it again. Mm-hmm. And we saw that for a while.
Right.
He was no longer aggressive. He did 4 points later on in the fourth quarter where it certainly helped him out. But it was another performance here where he finished with 7 points on just 7 field goal attempts. Mm-hmm. That 1 3-pointer, he was 1 for 4, did crash the glass,
right.
9 boards, as we talked about. But when you get 18, another contributor helping out like Batum did in the play-in game, 18 from Kyle Lowry, you get your usual from Maxey and Embiid, mm-hmm. especially when Embiid is now laboring.
Exactly.
Roy, you needed to somebody to stop that bleeding. While Kyle Lowry did that,
right.
maybe even in that second quarter was the opportunity for Tobias Harris to do that. Defensively, we always talk about him doing a decent job too, and maybe that's taken away from some of his approach offensively. But this is becoming a problem.
You're giving him, I think, a pass on this one. Like, I don't,
my bad.
Floor's yours. That's the thing.
Floor's yours.
I don't know.
Back away.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. Like, we watched the game. The folks.
I was trying to help him. You know, they still need him. But go ahead.
The folks in the chat watched the game. I don't think Tobias
Go
Harris.
ahead. I've already seen somebody with a great one that says Tobias.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has Tobias is locking anybody up defensively. You need something, and that's the thing. I'm so conflicted because Jack, as you said, like Tobias Harris did crash the glass at some point. He had 9 rebounds, led the team in rebounds tonight. So you need somebody to rebound, but at the same time, you need somebody to be more aggressive on offense.
Yeah.
So is it more important to have someone in that lineup, whether it's closing time or whether it's starting lineup or whatever, that's more aggressive, like a Batum? Because Batum is going to take the shots. He's not going to rebound like Tobias.
Right.
But if he has an open shot, he's going to take it. Is it more important to have a Tobias Harris in the lineup because he rebounds? Because he'll give you that. Like, he'll always give you rebounds.
Not always.
Well, I mean, more than,
that's fair. Right?
He'll blow.
Now I'm taking away the credit.
He'll blow the layup.
Right.
He'll get an offensive rebound and blow the layup. But like, is it more important to have a Tobias Harris in there who's going to rebound better than a Batum, or a Batum who's going to be able to stretch the floor and let everybody else work, and who's going to take the shot when he has it?
I feel like Tobias needs to use his size and create the mismatches out there. You know what I mean? The way that teams switch a lot nowadays in the NBA, I just feel like if he uses that size, and what Tobias does well just as a player is his ability to, the release point is really high on his shot. He gets in a certain area on the floor, he should be able to get his shot off at any time. I think that would be very key for the Sixers offense, right? I get it, Nick can spread it out every now and then, but we know Nick Batum is a 1 in every five game kind of guy, right?
Right.
But with Tobias, if he could find a way to incorporate that and create that mismatch to be able to, shoot over the smaller defenders in the paint area, I think that opens up a lot for the Sixers. I think it causes teams to have to scout him differently and put him in a scout report, which then frees up other guys. But if he doesn't start to incorporate at that mid-range where he can get that shot off a lot, I believe, then, his rebounding, and it just is what it is. But I think you guys need Tobias to score the ball. He's got to score the ball somewhere. I mean, we're talking a 7-point game here. Yeah. Tobias gives you 20. You guys got that one.
Tobias gives you an average
7 shots. And then he take the first shot of the game.
Yeah.
So we're talking after the first shot. We're talking 6 shots, man. Like, that's unacceptable.
Tobias gives you his average
the playoffs.
of 15 is probably a different game because, of course, the flow of those points within the game maybe extends it to a bigger lead. Right. Different shots come from New York at that point. Maybe a 3, a forced 3 instead of a 2 where they got into the painted area. Yeah. If he gives you his average and gives you 9 more points in that game, we're probably talking about a different result.
Yeah, we're not going from a 13-point lead at the end of the first quarter to during the first quarter to a 12-point deficit at halftime. Like, that second quarter is much different if Tobias Harris is more aggressive on offense. And 7, I think I have more of a problem with the 7 shots than anything else.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
I think that's the problem.
So 31 minutes, yeah, that's nice.
It's like, so you have to shoot the ball, and if you're not comfortable, being that catch and shoot guy in the corner, which even though you hit the first one, if you're not comfortable doing that, then like you said, Jack, like we got to get you some mid-range stuff.
Yeah, get some mid-range stuff. Get the spots.
7 points in 31 minutes by a guy, again, I hate to say it, but a guy's making that much money. Like, you're that important to this offense. You need to shoot the ball more than 7 times.
We all silly like the mayor.